Licky Hills.
Yeah, I remember the name.
Do you know that?
Well, I remember the name, but I can't actually remember. I can't actually remember it.
What are you doing now?
So I'm just going to set the camera up. So don't panic about this, Mike. Perhaps we'll put it on here. I'll probably do the best.
You wouldn't want to take me photo with like another hairdresser.
Oh no, don't.
I've had trouble getting a hairdresser.
Yeah. Right, that'll do. Right. Yeah, so the Licky Hills, yeah?
Well, I was going back. I wasn't dreaming or anything. It was going through my mind. And, you know, they were hills.
Yes, yeah.
And this one day, there was... No, not Fred. There was my brother Jack.
Yeah.
And then it was about... I don't know whether there was 3 or 4 fellas. I know there was Pat Regan, Arthur Corner, Howard Ellis, and then there was Jack. And we was up on this hill, and I started to run down the hill, and I couldn't stop. I was scared stiff, and I was going all through it in my mind the other night.
Yeah.
And they all stood in a line, as I was screaming, you know.
Yeah.
And they all stood in a line and passed me from one to the other, right down the line like that. And Jack was on the end, and he put me onto a tree, and that stopped me. But I couldn't stop.
Right. Well, you're rolling or running down?
Running down.
Running,
I
just
couldn't stop. And I was thinking all about that.
Right. So
I thought, I'm never going there again.
Okay, well, no, you probably won't. I think my dad used to take me to the Licky Hills when I was
probably.
young. I always remember the name.
I liked it, Mike.
Yeah,
it was a lovely place.
Yeah.
We used to get on a tram, I think it was, to go there,
right.
Yeah. We used to get on a tram.
Because it must have been a bit of a way out from Balsall Heath, wasn't it?
I know. I think we used to go after church.
Right. On a Sunday then, sort of day after Sunday.
Mm.
Yeah, so... Because there were 5 of you, weren't there? There were 5 of you. There's my dad, you, Fred, Jack and Charlie, was that right?
Oh, you mean the family?
Yeah.
Well, Charles is the eldest.
He was the eldest, right,
Yeah.
right.
And Jenna's husband.
Right.
Well,
Al, my dad, yeah.
And then there was, where am I? Oh, then there was Jack. Then there was me, then there was Fred.
Fred, right, yeah. And was Jack, John and Janet's dad then? Or was it Charlie?
Pardon?
Who was John and Janet's dad?
Charles.
Charles, right. And he married Alice.
Yeah.
And did he meet her in hospital, was that right?
No, yes he did, because she was a nurse.
Right,
That's right. And she had, what did he die? He died of...
was it TB?
TB.
Yeah.
And she had the same.
Right.
Yeah.
But she was a nurse there.
I was only thinking about her as well the other night.
Yeah.
I was thinking about her, because I was thinking about the time she took Paddy for a... this is still in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Paddy for... she went shopping, that's right. She took Paddy with her.
Who's Paddy?
Sally, Alice.
Alice, right. Yeah.
And why she took him off the lead, I do not know.
Right.
But it got him lost. Oh, there was pandemonium. And luckily we had a collar on him.
Right.
And we had a policeman come to tell us that he was down at the police station. And I had to walk all the way down to this police station. It was quite a long way.
Yeah.
Poor old Paddy, oh dear. There was during the war, and there was a bucket outside the police station.
Right.
Full of water. He drank the lot. And when he got home, he flopped down in front of the fire, and he got a line all the way down the front of his face. He was so worried. I was so sorry for the poor boy. Oh dear. Anything to do with animals, it gets me.
Yeah. So you had lots of dogs when you at home
Well,
then?
we had Prince and we had Paddy and we had cats.
Yeah. So was this all in Brighton Road then?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all in Brighton Road.
yeah.
And so, because
So what else do you want to know?
I'll ask you if it. So what did Charles do then?
Well, he worked for my uncle
Uh-huh.
in Scales.
Right,
The Scales.
right.
He
And
worked
did
for-
your uncle own your house? Was that right? In Brighton
Well,
Road?
my uncle died and never left the will.
Right.
And that house, he meant that house to be my mother's, but of course he died and he never said so.
Right, and so it just went
And of
to
course he went on, and my aunt, she was, well, and my cousin, she was the same,
right,
and they owned the house there.
right.
The house went to them. And it should have been my mother's.
Right. So when was that then that happened?
Oh, years and years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago.
So Charles worked for your uncle then?
Yes, he worked for my uncle, and he used to go on a motorbike, and that worried our mother to death. And
And so what was the name of the company then? That did the scales?
Bracknell.
Bracknell.
Bracknell Scales.
Right.
Bracknell.
Right.
That was their name anyway.
Yeah. And then my dad, did he? Because he went to Aston Commercial School, was it? That's right. And did he got a scholarship for that? Did he?
Yeah.
And did anybody know that he was going for that scholarship?
Eh?
Did the family know that he was going for the exam?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, he was the clever one. Well, I say he was the clever one. Jack went to work for a jeweller,
Yeah.
and I went into soft furnishing,
Mhm.
and all that was mine. Work.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Liz has followed it. My mother was a tailoress.
Right.
I went into sewing. Liz has
This
gone
is doing
into
the same
sewing.
thing. Yeah. So
She
it's-
started in a tailoress.
Right.
She
Right.
started that, but now she's just dressmaker.
Right. Yeah. So what did your grandparents do then? You know what they did?
Well, as I say, oh, wait a minute. I don't know. I'm not sure about that at all.
Right. Yeah. But my dad went to Aston Commercial
Yeah.
School then,
Yeah.
and then what happened after he went there? Did he work for EMI? Was that right?
I don't know what he did. See, then he was this is before he owned the shop.
Mhm.
I don't know what he was doing before
Right.
that.
Right.
Um,
And so Charles worked for the scales.
yeah.
Jack worked as it.
In
What
the
did he
jewellery.
making jewellery? Was he then?
Eh?
Did Jack make jewellery then?
No, he didn't make it. I don't think so.
And then what did Fred? Was he a decorator when he was in Birmingham, or was that something that came later?
What did he do? Oh no, Fred worked at H.C. Smith's, I think it was.
Right.
Yeah.
What were they?
Oh, big firm of all sorts of things.
What,
I can't
engineers?
quite recall.
Mhm.
But it was a firm called I think it was H.C. Smith's.
Right.
And that was before, because he went in the war then.
Right. Yeah. So how? Yeah. So he must have been quite young when he went in the war, was he?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because he went. Was he at Dunkirk? Was that right?
He was near Dunkirk.
Near Dunkirk.
Near-
Right. So how big was Brighton Road then, the house there?
Hmm?
How big was the house in Brighton Road?
Well, there was a sitting room, kitchen. This is going back a long
Yeah,
way.
well, I know it is. Yeah, no, don't. It's not a test. It's because I've always known about Brighton Road, but I never really know what it looks like.
Kitchen. There was no bathroom.
Right.
And I think there was an attic. And all
Oh,
the
was
boys
there?
were
Right.
up in the attic.
Right.
And I was in a room on my own.
Well, and then the other boys shared.
Hmm?
The other boys shared rooms then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all up in the attic.
Oh, they were all up in the
Yeah.
attic, right? All in what? Just one big room up in the attic, was it?
It's fairly big.
Yeah, yeah,
It covered the whole.
Yeah,
house
oh,
lot, I
right,
suppose.
right. Yeah.
So there we were.
Of course.
And then I become self-employed.
Yeah. Because I see, because my dad used to play guitar and give guitar lessons,
Oh,
didn't he? Yeah.
they had a concert party.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And
So how long did that go on
and
for
we used
then?
to go around with them.
Yeah.
And there was Charles. Oh, he was marvellous, really.
Mhm.
He did a lot of monologues.
Right, right.
Marvellous.
So what? This is the whole family of them went round as a little concert troupe then.
No, it was Charles, Ulf. I think Jack was in it. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
But Ulf used to play the ukulele.
He used to play his Hawaiian guitar, didn't he? And ukulele and Hawaiian guitar.
Or was he? Jack was on a banjo. I know that.
Right. Well, I know my dad used to play a Hawaiian guitar on his
Yeah.
map
Yeah.
because I've got there's a photo
But I
of
was
him.
going to say Charles.
Yeah.
He did these monologues,
Right.
and you've heard them on telly
Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes. The green eye of the little yellow. The green eye of the little yellow god, or something like that.
Mm.
And he used to do these monologues, and at one time he had to sort of shout a word and his teeth came out. And he caught them in his hand like that.
Oh, was it all
got
part of the
false
act, was that?
Oh no,
Oh
no,
no, this is...
no. He got these false teeth, you see, and he shouted a word in this monologue,
And they came
and his
out.
teeth came out. I'll never forget that.
So did the whole family used to go and follow them round then?
Yeah, we used to follow them around, yes. They used to go to places like old people's homes.
Oh, right,
and
right,
do things like that, so.
So that's just three of them then?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was I can't remember who else was in it. There was more people in the concert
right.
party. There was
Was
a
that-
woman as well.
Cause was that any of them there?
Oh, they're all there.
Yeah, no, I recognise him. I didn't know whether that was any of the...
Oh no, this is not the concert party, no. No. I don't know where that was. I don't know what
Well,
group.
it was obviously
what
sort of
group
around the
that was.
wartime, wasn't
I'm
it?
sure.
Because is that
I
your...
don't remember him having a moustache.
It might have been painted on for the
Oh
show.
yes, he's got a false one, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that in your... Is that,
Yes,
is that the
that's
living
it.
room, is it?
Yeah, yeah. That's Alice,
That's Alice, yeah. And is that Janet then?
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you have things like a piano then in the house, or?
Oh yes, yes. Oh yeah. We had some do's.
Hmm.
We had a friend, well, a friend of Jack's really. There was a fella called Cyril Palmer,
Right,
and he played the piano most wonderfully.
right.
And we used to have some real do's.
So was Cyril a friend of my dad's that used to go cycling with him?
Hmm?
Is that's not Cyril there, is it? That's Cyril?
That's Cyril.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you get that from?
Well, this is my dad's photo album. I was
Oh,
going
I
to go.
see.
That's when they went on a cycling holiday.
Oh, that's Cyril. Yes. Mm.
So he used to play on there. Because you might be able to tell me who some of these people are. So that's Cyril, yeah. Some of these aren't really good actually. Somebody called. Is that him again? Is that Cyril again? Then? Yeah.
That's Cyril Palmer.
Yeah. And there's a woman with them called Annie or something like that. With some better photos. Do you recognise the other person?
Can't say. I can't really tell whether it's a woman or a man.
No, I think it's a man. I think it's a man there. But there's a woman who went on the cycling holiday with them. I didn't know.
I don't
Who
know.
that was,
I
yeah.
can't recall that one.
Right. So during the war, did you work at BSA? Was it? Did you go to- yeah. And that was sort of working on
I couldn't
munitions.
get out of it.
Couldn't you?
I had to.
Yeah, during the war. Yeah. So is that? I don't know. There's a picture of my dad there. And so that's at Aston School. Was that the commercial school then? You know?
Oh, right. I haven't found him yet.
I think he's on.
Oh, yeah. Of course, don't look young there.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, that must have been commercial.
Right. Yeah. Because that's I don't know when that was taken. That's during the war or.
Oh, probably in Italy.
Yeah. That's sunny. Yeah.
He was stationed at Zanzio, is it?
There's Anzio, because he went to Sorrento and Rimini and places like that.
Anzio, is
And
it?
Anzio's where they landed, yeah. So I don't know if you recognise any of the ones. I think Cyril's in that one again there.
Yes, Cyril Palmer. Oh, I know his face,
Yeah.
but I can't recall his name. That one. Can't recall his name. No, I can't remember
No,
his
you
name.
just recognise the face, yeah. So when was Charlie and Jack in the war, were they?
Charles wasn't.
Right.
No, wait a minute, let me think. No, Fred was in the war.
Fred was, yeah, and Alf
Yeah,
was,
Alf
yeah.
was, yes. And that's the only two.
Right.
Charles. Charles was, he was ill with TB.
Oh, was he?
And we had these Anderson shelters
Yeah.
in the garden. And Mrs. Meredith, next door to us, and her daughter, Lucy, used to come into our shelter,
Right.
and Charles would go on his own into their shelter because he was healthy,
Right.
and that's how we went on. I'll never forget because Lucy, she was young,
Mhm.
but she was quite plump, and she used to sit next to me on the shelter.
Oh,
And when I hadn't been coming over, she'd go like this,
and squashing.
and I was squashed to death. Oh dear.
Yeah.
You are taking me back.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean,
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind.
no, it's because I don't really know a lot of what happened sort of then,
Yeah.
really. You know, because Dad died when I was about 22.
I always meant I did pick it up, but it got lost, a piece of shrapnel,
Mhm.
and I must have threw it away, I suppose.
Right. Because I noticed in looking at some of the
In
albums.
the road, in
Sorry?
Brighton Road,
Mhm.
about how far up would it be? 7 or 8 houses up.
Yeah.
There was a big crater in the road.
Right. But not on the houses, just the road.
No, in the road. And
Right.
when the winter came and the snow came, it was just like looking at the Alps.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. So how old were you during the war then? When it started?
Well, I was at work
Yeah.
and I had to go to work. Well, we went on a bus, but it could only go so far. And we had to walk the rest of the way.
Mhm.
But I had to walk up the road past all this big crater.
Right.
And then there was a hell of a lot of damage in the town.
Yeah,
And I used to
yeah.
have to go.
Right. Yeah, it must have changed things quite considerably, isn't it? Because there's lots of, when you see streets, that you wonder why there's a gap in the housing. I noticed some photos of Yardley, and
Is it Janet who told me about Brighton Road?
I don't
It's
know.
not there anymore.
Oh, really? Oh, it might be because she goes back to Birmingham quite regularly. I
I
don't
think
know.
it must have been Janet.
Oh right, I kept meaning to visit it. Because I've never really seen.
Because she went somewhere with somebody.
Yeah, it would have been with Chris
She
and
went to
Ivy.
those friends of hers.
Yeah.
And they went round. And they
Yeah.
went to look for Brighton Road and it wasn't there
It
anymore.
wasn't there. Anyway, that's a bit of a shock then, isn't it? Yeah. So I noticed.
I wouldn't know it.
No. Well, I haven't been to Birmingham. I've been a couple of times in the last 20 odd years, and it's all
Do you
changed
want a cup of
completely.
tea?
Yeah, I'll have one in a minute. Yeah. Well, shall I put the kettle on?
No, I'll do it.
You're right.
What have I done with my little stick? Oh, there's-
Thank you very much. Cheers. So
I
did
don't
you?
know what I'm going to look like.
Oh, don't worry about that. I haven't got a tape recorder, so I've got the video camera, so I thought I'd just put it onto that. So did you know? Because I didn't realise my dad went on this.
Put it down.
It's alright, I'm alright with it here. That my dad went on a cruise up to Edinburgh and across to Glasgow and
Oh,
then
I
over
don't
to
know.
Northern Ireland.
I don't know.
Do you not remember anything there?
I don't know about that.
No, I just discovered it in the photo album and I didn't know
Oh,
anything
yeah.
about it at all.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it was just after the war he must have done it.
Just after the war. I don't recall that.
No. So was it? I mean, it was straight after the war that Fred moved down here. Then was it?
Yes.
Because he met Muriel down here, didn't he?
he's- Oh yes, because the rector at Marnold was Canon Helens, and they always used to have the soldiers
Right. What's
to a
staying
dinner,
there?
and Mew was the housekeeper.
Right.
That's it, isn't it?
Well, that's how they met. Right. 'Cause that must have been a bit of a shock at the time, moving all the way from Birmingham down to Dorset.
They did try to step up here, but up in
Happy
Birmingham,
did they?
but
Right.
they Fred couldn't find any work or something or other, I suppose. And then they decided to go back to come back to Marlow.
Yeah.
And that
Well, it
was
must have been strange for Muriel, really, wouldn't it, going to being brought up in a small village and then going to Birmingham, especially after the war, with it all being,
She was willing
Yeah.
at first, you know, but they just couldn't.
So did they come to stay at Brighton Road then?
Eh?
Did they come to stay at Brighton Road?
Yes,
Yeah.
but not for long.
And so what, did my dad carry on living at Brighton Road after the war then? Did he stay?
He must have done, yeah.
He must have done, yeah. Because he stayed on after the war had finished, didn't he? Because I know he'd gone to
Come
Rome.
on, Dylan. Come on, precious. Who's that then? Is he on your chair?
Am I?
Hey? You're sitting on his
Yes,
chair.
oh dear, yeah.
Come on then, you are. Come on.
Yeah, I'll move that.
Come on. Here. Come on.
Well, that's
Hey,
strange
hey.
because I'm allergic to cats, and usually they come and jump up at me straight away. I sort of sense that.
I had a bit of trouble with him. No, not long ago. I don't know what happened, but he lost his balance
Oh right.
and he couldn't jump up anywhere.
Oh right.
And he one day he got up here and he come across my lap and onto there and he fell. And ever since then he won't get on my lap anymore.
Oh, won't it? Right. So he thinks it's your fault.
No, eh? No. You silly old thing. There you are. I wouldn't be without him though.
No.
He wakes me up. Well, he don't wake. I am awake when he comes.
Yeah.
But he comes meowing. I've got to give
Your
him
alarm
something
clock.
to eat.
Yeah. So I noticed that in I think it's in the photo albums that my dad seemed to have changed his name from Alf to John during the war. Was that right? Did he?
He didn't change his name.
No, he just kind of got known as John.
He was ready married Janet.
Was it? All right.
Yeah.
I'd seen some. No, I'd seen something when he was in the war that he was.
Well, I don't remember that.
No, it was more when he. Right. Because that always.
He was Alfred John.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
But we couldn't have another John. We'd already got a John.
Right.
I mean, Jack was John William.
Right. Was he?
Oh yeah.
That's. Because I didn't know that I had an Uncle Jack, and because our middle son's called Jack.
Yes, I know.
But I've also got a nephew called John William as well. So
have you?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a weird coincidence, isn't it?
Yes, he used to be called John Willie at some stage.
Yeah.
Have you gone? Oh.
Yeah, it's gone out again. Yeah. So did you get involved in any of the music then at all? Or was it just the three brothers?
Only when we had to sing song round the piano.
Right.
So, no, I didn't do anything for stage and anything like that. No. I was all engrossed in the sewing.
Right. So were you doing your own business at home then, or were you working for somebody?
I was working for myself. Yeah.
Right.
Until he got to know a Mr. Woodham.
Right, yes, I remember you working there.
And they did the dirty on me in Woodham's. The way I worked for them, you wouldn't believe.
Well, and you had to travel all the way to Henley and Arden, was it?
Yeah. But I designed things, and I've seen people standing at the window copying what I've designed many times.
Right.
I've done all sorts of things for them, and I was treated terrible at the last. I don't think about it because I lost my machine through them.
Did you?
Yeah, because it was what they call those big machines.
What, an overlocking machine or?
No, not overlocking. It was a big machine anyway. It was a quick machine, a speedy, you know. I can't remember what we used to call them. But I bought one. I had to borrow the money to buy one. And when I went to work for Woodham's, I wanted to take my machine with me and adapt like I did. And I never had
got
it back.
back.
No.
Well, you probably couldn't use it now, could you? You wouldn't be able to use it now, would you?
Oh no, no, I have got a machine.
Yeah, yeah.
There's one in there, little one.
Yeah, Kerry's started doing a bit of sewing now.
I do a bit now and again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to alter a frock actually. But I bought that machine when I come here from this place up in Sturminster.
Uh-huh.
I think I got it from there. I don't know, I can't remember. But all the furnishing here I've made.
Right, right.
In the bedroom and
Yeah,
everywhere.
because you used to do all with loose covers and fitted covers for furniture as well, did you?
All this lot. I couldn't do it now, mind.
No, well, Mary, we've just decorated our front room, and Mary's just made some curtains for that, which really big, tall ones, about 11 foot high, very heavy. They're all lined and everything.
It's funny though the way it's gone. My mother was a tailoress, and I went into sewing, and Liz is into sewing.
Yeah.
Funny, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, you get those sort. I suppose the skills get passed down, don't they? That people see people doing it and then pick up on it. So what did your dad used to do then?
He was in the coal trade.
He was in the coal trade.
Oh man. He had a horse and cart.
Did he? So was that kept at Brighton Road, or was it
Oh no,
he had stable
it
somewhere?
was wherever the place where he worked, you know.
Right. Oh, so it wasn't his horse and cart?
Oh no, no. But he liked his horse.
So was he always coming back black from the coal then, or did they have baths or showers at the
he
work?
used to carry the bags of coal to
On his
people,
yeah,
on his back.
on his shoulder, yeah. So nobody followed in that. Nobody followed that tradition then.
No. It's funny, isn't it? 4 brothers and they've all gone.
Yeah. But I suppose, yeah. So when did Jack and Charles die then? Was that around just after the war, was that? Or?
Just after the war, yeah.
Right. So none of them had actually fought in the war then? It was just Fred and Alf, yeah.
Now when you come to think, I've lived through 2 world wars.
Have you? Really?
Yeah.
So
Mind you, I didn't know much about
the first one. I was going to say, because my dad was 1909, was it?
I was born in 1914.
Well, you started the war then, right? So how much? So my dad was 1909 then. When would Charles have been born then? Is he a couple of years older than my dad?
I think so, a couple of years, and I think there was a couple of years between your dad and Jack. There was 4 years between Jack and me.
Right.
And there was 4 years between me
And Fred.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's funny thinking of Fred as the baby of the family, isn't it? So you're getting out much at all at the moment, or you
Not a lot. No.
you get taken into
I
Stirling?
go up to the shop occasionally.
So have you still got your little buggy thing then?
Yeah. It's getting warmer, don't you think?
It is. Oh no, it is. It's
It's
roasting
starting off-
outside. It's roasting.
chilly this morning. Started off.
Yes,
I
it did,
thought.
didn't it? Yeah, it's quite windy, and I think the wind's
Oh, we
wind's
do
dropped
get the
back.
wind up here, but look, it's as still as
I
anything
know,
now.
I know. Well, there's a little bit on those roses that out there, but apart from that, yeah, such a nice view, isn't it?
Hmm?
A nice view, really.
Oh,
and
yeah.
having the
Oh,
hills in the
yeah,
distance,
yeah.
and I'm used to seeing brick walls outside.
Oh, it's a nice situation.
It is, yeah. We're kind of being at the end of the street. Yeah, so is it Gemma doing her A levels this year? Is she doing A-levels?
He's doing something.
Yeah, yeah.
The years go by so quick, I lose track of them
Oh,
all.
I know. I know. I can't understand it at all. It's no sooner you started one year than there's another one starting. And how's Muriel keeping? Is she alright?
She's all right, but she gets her aches and pains like
Mm.
anybody else. I mean, she's getting on
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
She's 79 now.
Is she?
Mm.
Right. So
I'm 87.
you're 87. Well, you're doing well with it, aren't you? Really?
I don't want to go on living. I was glad I was born when I was. I wouldn't like to have been born now.
No.
At all.
No. I know. I think the sort of the stress and the pressure that certainly the young kids are under these days is. I mean, it's far greater than what I was under, and that's only sort of 30, 40 years ago.
At one time you could stay out and walk home at midnight
Yeah.
from a theatre or anything. Well, you couldn't do that now.
No, it's not. No.
You could leave your doors open.
Yeah.
Mind you, I have to leave mine open quite a bit
Mm.
for people coming in and out.
Yeah. Well, you're fairly safe, really, aren't you? I mean, I know that when I've been to stay up in Scotland, there was we stayed at this. Well, we camped on the beach once. Went with a friend, and the landlord of the pub never shut the pub up, never locked it up at night.
Oh,
Left his keys in the car outside.
oh my goodness. Where's
But-
this?
This was in
Scotland?
Dumfriesshire, sort of quite quite out on the
I
limb,
would
really.
have liked to have gone to Scotland, but I never got there.
No, it's lovely up in Scotland. I really. Well, I'm finally going to go to Cornwall this year, which I've always wanted.
Cornwall's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, I've never been there. I've always wanted to go there, and we've got a friend who lives on the Lizard, so we're going to camp
I
at.
can't remember the name of these little villages that we went to. Can't remember the name of them. They're fascinating places though.
Yeah, and it's the one place I've never been to. I didn't go to Scotland until I was about 27, something like that. But then I've been to Scotland every year since virtually. Usually,
Farthest north I've been is Doncaster.
Is it?
Mm.
Well,
No,
see, that's south to me. You see.
That was Janet's wedding.
Oh right.
Janet's his card.
Right. So they got married. Right. And then, so did Tony come from Bradford then, or was it just coincidence that they moved to Bradford?
I don't know. I don't know where Tony come from. I don't know where she met him. I haven't got a clue.
Right. Because why did Alice move up to Doncaster then?
Well, they lived there.
Right.
And Alice come down here. When she met Charles, she come down here with Charles.
Right. So what, had he gone up to Doncaster then to the hospital then? So how had Alice and Charles met then?
Well, he was in a hospital,
Mhm.
and she was a nurse. But where she was a nurse, I can't recall.
It wasn't up in Doncaster then.
Probably not.
Right.
No, he wouldn't have been up there. No.
So maybe she was working down south somewhere then. Yeah. So shall I put this back in the kitchen?